443
All
Ball
right,
Talk.
we're
Let's
back
kick it
again.
off.
You know the thing already, 443 ball talk. What I say, we're not doing a small talk, This is another segment of talking football and football and football. Nothing but football over here. All right, once again, big up yourself. Me and my co-host Shauna in the house.
Big
And I
up, big
want
up.
to welcome an Arsenal, a big-time Gunners fan, straight out of Kingston, Jamaica. We have Beenie I can represent for the Gunners tonight. Beenie, running with me over here for say about your Gunners there so far this season, boss here.
Yeah, we don't look great, but we're still unbeaten. That's the greatest thing right now. We now play well. Coach will make some bad decisions, but I still Arteta in regardless.
Did y'all hear that? He said Arteta in. So guess what? With that said, we're going to pass the baton over to Arteta out. Arteta out. Or the swamp look.
Listen to me. Him name Beanie. Well, today me a bounty. You hear me I say? Arteta out. Arteta out.
Arteta out.
Honestly, Beanie,
Yeah.
I want to be Arteta in. I
Yeah.
want this coach to succeed, but he keeps proving me right. So, right now, as me said to Moose over and over again, you see, unless him deliver something major this season, me no want to hear it. Me no want to hear. Me feel like say, yeah.
As much as I go back and forth on it, China, to be honest, Arteta under pressure to deliver the season, and there's no question about that. So I'm still an Arteta in, but I'm a fair fan, right?
Yeah.
Arteta make relevant over the last couple of years. A long time we are watching Arsenal. After Wenger left, even the last couple of years of Wenger, we never relevant. Arteta bring it back to relevance again, to be honest. So
well,
that's why I give him a little time. But this season is the pressure season. If
no, come on, man, Beanie. Little time. It's not him second season. This, sir, Arteta. This is him fourth full season, fifth season, basically. No, man.
I'm saying this season is. I'm agreeing with you. Say this season is a pressure season. If you don't deliver anything substantial this season, then maybe me join up on the bandwagon. Depends on how the season performs.
Maybe. No, man, I pull it right in. Trust me. Me pull it right in.
All right. As an outsider, I'm gonna add my 2 cents. As an Arsenal fan, I think a lot of Arsenal fans a lot of times settle for basic mediocrity. And with the hype that Arteta came in on, a lot of people, people talk and speculate. At one point in time, people were saying Man City's success was because of Arteta being on the bench with Pep. Yes, a lot of people said that. Yes, surprisingly. But guess what? Until now, don't get it twisted. Arsenal play good football, but guess what? When it comes down to crunch time, I think Arsenal have a mental block where they just shrink, and then when that moment where you want them to deliver, they fall apart. You see what I'm saying? So we're not going to we'll get into that later on, because ladies and gentlemen, fans and non-fans and nosy people that come over 443 Ball Talk to critique, we welcome you all. Later on, we have a nice segment to close out the show. But right now, I want to speak on my my rivals from Merseyside. So far, they have been doing their business, where I say relatively quietly. But guess what? Even though I'm not happy to say it, I must give Liverpool some credit so far this season. They have been, even though they've been conceding some goals, they find a way to get over their hump and been delivering 3 points after 3 points. And I would say them basically sneak themselves in a way. It's fair to say they are a title contender after 5 games, right or wrong? Almost on.
I agree. And Moosey, you say 3 points is all that matters, and it is all that matters, regardless of how you play. Because Liverpool, I realize a trend with them so far this season. They concede, but then it's like they just press the gas more. It's like the concede they concede, it just fires them up, and it's been working so far this season. I'm not gonna lie, and that's one of the reasons why, even though they lost a couple players, I had Liverpool finishing in the top 2 because they improved their midfield. Whether you want to admit it or not, they improved their midfield, and that was one of their biggest issues last season. So
last year,
I'm not really surprised that Liverpool, I mean, some of the matches they look kind of underwhelming, but 3 points is all that matters, as you said earlier. 3 points.
So Beenie, what are your thoughts on Liverpool so far? What have you observed?
Them are the king of the 3-1.
Yeah. They be winning.
You sure about that,
3-1.
Beanie? You sure about that? Because
sorry.
before the
Man U 3, Arsenal 3,
yeah,
Man U.
before the Burnley
Any,
match
what,
still, you know. But you know what I'm not saying.
Hey,
not
we're
talk
not
about that.
doing
But
it.
anyways,
I never that
Liverpool
asked.
and Liverpool are the king of the 3-1. They have a tendency to just give up the early goal, and it's almost at the early goal jumpstart them game, and them just get some things. But I think the best signing they make this year is Soboslai. That boy to me is the best
They're
midfield
trying to
signing.
call him Dominic.
Dominic, we
Yeah,
say Dominic.
Dominic is the midfield signing of the season. Apart from
Hey,
the resurgent
Beanie.
of Bissouma, Soboslai
Hey,
a big
Beanie.
baller.
Dominic could have looked good in that left center midfield road, you know, where Force Havertz in there, you know. He would have looked good, you know.
Kai,
Jesus,
my
please.
guy.
But that's how
If
it
you're
goes
listening,
still.
Kai. Not try, Kai, not try.
But Shauna, you know, like me say,
Soboslai a big baller.
like we always say over here, everybody's entitled to their views, but I slightly have to disagree with you. I don't believe so far. Liverpool midfield don't impress me as yet. Dominic has been outstanding, but the rest of the midfield, the problem is, if you notice, most of the first half, the teams that they played in the first half, when the teams are really pressing them high early, because they don't have a direct defensive midfielder, they are getting
Yeah, it was
exposed.
Moose
And
gone.
if we
I think him connection gone. Well, management, they're gone.
you
Management,
not hear me?
we
Yeah,
hear
you
you
know,
know.
yeah.
Or me check
You
out?
disappear from
Yeah,
we,
yeah,
boss.
As long as them catch me on the head. Let me repeat.
Yeah.
Who never hear? I must say, Liverpool so far, what I've seen yesterday, them midfield impress you. For me, Dominic has been the most impressive midfielder for them so far. Probably one of the better midfield signings this season in the English Premier League. But I still feel as though there's a gaping hole in that defensive midfield role. They have McAllister play that role. McAllister is not necessarily a defensive midfield. Don't get it twisted. He's been doing a fine job. But when you come up against another teams like, I'm going to say it, Arsenal, because Arsenal have a far better midfield. When you play against them, I play against teams like City, Man United.
They play Tottenham this weekend and for deal with Bissouma.
All right. Being in McGlady interject. Tottenham midfield a run a two young black man, them have a run their midfield and them a run hard. And the thing is, Liverpool so far, they might have it easy because guess what? Let's be honest. Most of the team them would then play against, apart from Newcastle, where Newcastle didn't start out impressive. And Newcastle gave up that loss with 10, while Liverpool were playing with 10 players. So basically that was an underperforming performance from Newcastle, right? Last week, if you watch the first last week, week before last, when them play Wolves would have killed them. Wolves would have murdered them.
Wolves could have killed somebody else too. Wolves could have killed somebody else too.
Talk, Beanie, talk it.
We're not going to fucking that. So far, Liverpool look good. We're giving them props. They definitely look like a team gunning for the title.
But to be honest, after 6 games almost, Liverpool are where they are in a position that they never expected to be.
No, exactly my point.
With all the changes that they make, them never expect to be in a position. So they will go build upon the confidence what I give to them.
Yes.
And that happened to them.
At least not so quick, Beanie. Not so quick. You know me, I say? You know, we think so them that take a little more time to gel. But trust me, they call me crazy when I said, you know, they'll be a top 4 team, but they look good so far, but you know, the season's still early, so make we see.
Yeah, I mean, you know, over here I make some bold predictions, but people, oh yeah, Musa said this and Musa said that. But a lot of times I tell people all the time, I'm a chess player. This is chess, not checkers, because guess what? No one tune in for you. Where am I going to say next? But I'm going to say this. Even though Newcastle beat Sheffield United 8-0, I'm still not impressed by them so far.
Me either, Musi. Me either.
Still not so far. I'm feeling as though the Champions League run here are going to really expose them. Don't get it twisted. Sheffield United already are prepared for the championship. Them get them big payday if we come at Premier League, and them are prepared for try to come back next year. Because them definitely going down. I said it at the start, and I'm continuing to say it. When they beat Sheffield 8, love, that impressed me. That's something I expect you to do. So Newcastle, even though you dropped 8, still not impressed at all.
I mean, Eddie under some pressure to management, because the truth is, if he not do something this year with a team that with the money we must spend, a whole heap of ball and signing some very expensive fees.
And being glad they said that, because even up to where they hear people are calling for 10 off. If me and Shana they talk about it on WhatsApp, people are calling for 10 off Ed already. So The way the football set up right now, the owner them must say they must spend their money, whether it come from generated club income or out of them pocket. The money are come out to sign new players. So they're kicking out all this bread. They want to see results on the pitch. I'm gonna tell Shana, you know, the world we live in right now, it no matter. Nobody now sign, nobody now spend the money for we are rebuild. But we're gonna touch upon don't Chelsea. But them a buy for build for the future. You want to build this money because he want to win. No. When he got all that money money have to win right exact at this moment. So
football is a relationship.
I'm not sold on Newcastle, but I do believe that Newcastle coach is under pressure. For the simple fact, he must go make another Champions League run. And one of them little small trophy they were on display, the little League Cup or the
FA Cup.
Speaking of which, they're going to play Man City tomorrow in the League Cup. That should be
a simple exit for them.
Yes.
If I were them, I would not go after it because my intention is to qualify for the Champions League. If I was Newcastle, to be honest.
Exactly, because guess what?
Man Beenie.
If me Newcastle,
them Newcastle. You think them should go all out? Shani, so you believe them should go all out for League Cup?
Of course, when last Newcastle win a trophy? Come on, man. When last Newcastle, realistically, them now in Champions League. Them to try and get one of them little small trophy.
It's not the winning of Shana for them. For them, it's to qualify to bring back the European football to them stadium.
Right.
2 and 3 seasons consistently, the money where they want to bring.
For me, tomorrow, because if you realize some of the teams them where it has happened over the years. If you look on Leeds in the past, Leeds go all out in the Champions League, and what end up happening to them? Them fall apart in the league. Last week, Brighton coach a complained about Europa, and I one game in play.
One game in a complain. So I'm to when the fixtures in December, when the fixtures get very congested.
Yes, I will know English FA, them not have no sympathy when it comes to paying the fixtures. All them care about generating for them income. So just be mindful. Newcastle, if I was Newcastle tomorrow, I feel a young side.
Tomorrow's a dodge.
Balling them for weekend because you still have to go jump on the Champions League and the Premier League. So tomorrow, if you play a young side and Man City play a young side too, and you get a chance to win, you keep playing a young team. I would do like what Sir Alex Ferguson used to do back in the day. If you play some young side, and the later I get, then you start implement 1 and 2 of the senior players them, so you can have a firm balance of the team, so you give you an opportunity to win it. Because once you get to quarterfinals and semifinals, you might as well go try and win it. But right now, I would not be forcing my players. Like today, I realize that Ten Hag play smart today because I realized that when the last season, when I used to do Ajax, now go work. Ten Hag is the type of coach who love play the same team over and over. I'm glad they mix the players them today. Of course, the reason why this is a shameless plug. I just want to highlight that we won 3-0 to Crystal Palace today with a week inside. We play the kids today.
It's unconscionable.
You know why? Me no want say it in a moosey, but certain baller did dip on the bench, you know, and wanna look good. You know.
That agenda is not going to fly over here.
I am agenda for the podcast.
I'm definitely Team Bruno. Are you talking about Rashford?
No, man, I the two of them me a chat, man. I don't want me a single.
Man of the new teeth.
All right, we now get in that with the Shana. Anyway, the title chaser, the treble winners, and you know, even though we stay solid, I will stay firm. I will say we will talk the truth. I still not be shady and throw shady for Man City. Man City have to be the most successful team that gets no hype. Their team
no love.
Treble. Look, Beanie, whole summer nobody not talk about the treble with them. Nobody not talk about them.
Me say the truth is, call Man City Drake. It no matter how much hit song they want, it's not cool.
Him corny. He's just corny.
Not cool.
He's just corny. Him not cool. No love over here.
Cool.
Guess what?
Hey.
One thing I can't give them credit for. I'm going to tell Shana this the other day. What I would love for my team to be like back in the day, which we're not currently right now because of whatever going on. KDB has been out injured. And
Nobody
you cannot tell. It doesn't matter, right? The man them still deliver. And it's a wonderful feeling knowing that your star player is out and your team can still deliver.
Yeah, man. Look, Mosey. Sorry I forgot you, but look who
No,
are
man.
playing number 10. Look who are playing number 10 in a city. A striker, Julian Alvarez.
That
And
boy
he's
is
like,
brilliant.
the man them can't miss a beat.
That
I
boy is
mean,
brilliant.
yeah, man, he's good. He's so good.
Very big
I'm gonna be
baller.
shameless right now, but I wish we got him instead of Gabriel Jesus.
All
No,
right.
we're not, China. We're not do that, China. We can't do that.
I'm
We
sorry,
can't do that.
man. I wish we got him.
You're
That boy is a
you're suffering
winner.
from recency bias,
Hey,
man.
hey,
No,
Shauna,
man.
since you said that right, and Beanie come over here, be shady. Look, come here, gonna be shady right now. I believe Arsenal would have done well if they would have signed Grealish.
Who? They
Well,
must be mad.
hey, you never know,
Them
no.
do that.
Hey, I can tell you
Like the
this
man
though,
of the-
Beanie. I can tell you this.
Eh?
He would do way
Yeah.
better than Havertz. Kai.
Oh,
He
no,
would do
but
way better
that
than
shows
Kai.
his level, Sean. And like, look who you are comparing him to.
Yeah,
And the level you're showing,
that is a low
100
blow.
million pounds. Man,
Yeah,
Yeah, that is a low blow.
yeah.
No, them say them replace Raza and really still better than Ryan Sterling.
All right, speaking of which, Brighton, may I shout out, Beanie, we were out discussing last week, after we finished recording, we spoke about Brighton is like my team now where, you always find a team where even though they're like everybody's favorite team, but guess what, may I start with dislike Brighton. You know why? The social media admin is annoying. Yo,
Of course,
oh
it's
my
annoying for your moves.
No. We're not gonna make him do that. You know
What?
why you do that?
Why?
Because the angles where them show up on a goal that you are.
Yeah,
Them annoying,
exactly,
yo,
Beanie.
them annoying.
The man I carry feelings.
All right,
Feelings
yeah,
like
yeah.
this. I mean,
When you make fun of my players,
me
and
not allow it for
you act
that.
like them never win a game.
But hey,
Yo,
them go all out still with the banter
Beanie.
on social media.
No,
Really?
but to be honest, they look like they're away team Old Trafford. The
Yeah.
man
That's
with that.
not
The
even,
man
that's not even up for debate. What may I say is that the week after them beat we,
yeah.
that Paramount app. So from Paramount app, right? I don't know if you want to know this. From Paramount app, Shana, you probably know this. I
Yeah.
don't know if you have access to it. You get
Yeah, man.
whichever game you want to watch. A Brighton game you go watch. I'm a daddy. I cheer for that team. I'm want them lose. Me hate Brighton because of the picture. And them there what them talk about. Oh, them don't know what them are gonna do. They fix a pile up and
Yeah.
better you only play one game. Stop the damn crying. And,
Yeah.
and I'm even go as far as Petty. Them play probably outside of Man City and Arsenal. Brighton play the best football, but what them win? Them don't win nothing.
Nothing. I said,
So wait,
you know,
what?
Mose, I said that the
why do
other
you
day.
sound like that, man? Why do you sound like
I
that?
said
man?
that the
Yeah,
other
no,
day.
the man
Brighton,
me not like it.
yeah, no, them deal with him away free. But
No,
as
me
I
not
said,
like
I
it.
said that I've said that a while ago, Mose, that Brighton plays beautiful, fluid football. Their passing is flawless, but if you not have nothing for sure for it, what's the
What
point?
good is
I
it?
mean, they have never won a top flight trophy. Come on, man.
But you know why?
Come on.
Why Brighton get hit? Because Brighton play the football that everybody wants to play, but they're still
Everybody
a
want
small.
to play.
They're
Everybody
still a
want to
Why?
small team.
Me nah lie
But
no,
you know what?
Beanie. Me rather play ugly football or win trophy still, and me
hold on,
nah lie to
Shana,
you.
I am with you. I am with you.
you know, a United fan said something the other day. A United fan, when you know, Beanie, you know, me not hold back when me a bonfire. So when them a tweet them foolishness, me say a good, and if you lose, Ray when them lose that in a Europa, right? I'm a United fan at me, I say, yo, don't do that, yo, you just vex because the man them beat we. No, yeah, that's apartheid, but where them win? They beat all the time. All that pretty football and them not have nothing to do.
Nothing
You
for
go
sure
play
for
pretty
you.
football in the Europa
So
League
them
and a
can
team come from probably about 15,000 fans and come kick out your teeth in a yard. I don't
Yeah,
care
man.
about that. I'm gonna tell you this. Me back in the day, me love watch a beautiful football, especially being a neutral fan. But
Who
right
you wanna
now,
know?
that the pretty football, me see Arsenal play the best football for many moons. And guess what? Them
Nothing.
don't win the league in 20 of the years.
come
21
on,
this
man.
year.
I'm not 20 odd. Hey, Mose, hey, boy, hey.
China, Arsenal
At
will come
20.
introduce sit ball and pass ball and make English football coaches change how them play football. Back in the day, everybody play route one football and kick it long and try get the scraps.
Yeah, me know that much.
Don't going on square.
Back in the day,
Don't
everybody
going on
was
square.
like Sean Dyke. The Sean Dyke coach them. Then
Don't
the
going on
Arsenal
square.
will come change the dynamic there. You see me I say? So right now, you can play all that pretty football. You see what Burnley, you see what Burnley ball off Man United face weekend. Them ball
Me
off.
nah lie, you know, even though
Yo.
I get the 3 points, Mose, me the kind of shameful still.
Shauna, it
Why?
doesn't matter. You
You
can show
kind
me
of
all the
shame
stats you
fools.
want. You can show me all the stats you want because get to end of the
Vex
end of the
me.
day,
3
it's the goal
points.
count. We not get. Guess what? Let me ask you this. Since the day now, who you ever know get 3 points for possession? Which team you ever know get 3 points for possession? Them can guess what? Them can keep the
Atif,
ball. I know them can still keep the
Atif,
ball.
Atif, I don't get 3 points in possession.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't care about that. All me care about are the facts, them germs, never. I wasn't the first team them beat this season. I'ma go and guess what? And them are the new nice in here by the cars. Them walk through the championship last season. Well, welcome back to the big boy league. Where you have to go earn your money at weekend time.
Them a moonwalk go back to the championship.
Hey, neatly.
Yeah.
And all people are talking about all of these coaches.
Company under pressure, you know.
Company supposed to under pressure because guess what? All the money with them spend, them don't look like them are going to do nothing this year either. So
True.
I'm just a hater in the
I
cut
agree.
because I'm
I
the best
agree.
right now. But hey, at the end of the day, Shauna, I said it to you. I said it in the previous podcast, right? Beenie,
Yeah.
give me that ugly style of football with 3 points.
First 10 games especially. Give me that.
Yeah, man, give me
And a
that.
time for champion and a time for champion football. When the weather change, we
Beenie,
just want to
right
win points,
now,
brother.
Beenie, right now, I don't make excuses, right? Because injuries is a part of the game. Right now, we have a whole heap of injuries. Not making any excuses, right? And
Yeah.
it's hard for you to develop a certain level of chemistry with a lot of players out. So when the coach can put together on the field and it works out and Manchester United get the 3 points, I'm good with that. Who want to talk about who turn over the ball 100 times and who can pass and Man United that play sit back football? Oh my God, imagine Man United playing Burnley and they're playing on the counter. I could care zero. At the end of the day,
I know, but
when the
me
match
still
was done at 90
shameful,
minutes,
no.
when the final was scored,
Me still
It
shameful,
look bad
no.
though. It look
guess
bad.
what?
It look bad though.
Guess what? All right.
It look bad. It look bad.
Hold
though.
on, hold on.
No,
Where the
to
good
be honest, it look bad though.
Listen for me
A
right.
Burnley, a Burnley, brother.
Who
Yeah,
just right
Burnley,
there? Take it out.
boss.
Take it out. Take it out. One of the goal of the
Burnley,
season so
brother.
far. Take it out.
It can't be. You know what can't be goal last season?
Eh? One off. One off.
You know
One
what
off.
can't be goal last season? You know what can't be goal last season?
Why?
A Burnley.
No.
I never Bayern. A Burnley.
You know, some hate football fans. Whenever, all right, I'm gonna tell you, football fans are the biggest hypocrite on earth, right?
All of it.
Because everybody love Haaland. Haaland is like everybody favorite. Even though he play for Man City, right? Haaland will score against all of the scrub team them, right? And nobody will score. But make I want to check it from Arsenal and Man United score against one of them small teams. Oh, it's only Burnley. Oh, it's only Leeds. So fucking what? It's not goal. It's not goal. I'll take
The
that.
problem is that our striker must score 1. He must score 4 when he bought the box side.
Yeah, man, when him buck them, man, he must score at least 2.
Yo, he make a dislike him because he not show you no mercy. But him all
Small track bully, man.
them.
Yeah, man.
Yes, so so far being who you think are the most impressive team so far in the league? I mean it's just 5 games in, but who you think are the most impressive team so far?
To be fair, I Tottenham. I hate to say it as an Arsenal fan. Yeah. Because after everything happened with them, even the sale of Hurricane, you never expect Postecoglou to come in and do what he do with the team here. Because genuinely, the expectation with Tottenham did there to grow.
Yeah,
give me a top three so far, Beanie.
In terms of performance of the season so far,
yes.
Yeah, it would be Tottenham, easily City there because they are who they are.
Right.
And Liverpool.
And Liverpool? Shana,
Yeah.
give me a top 3 so far.
Same.
In terms of performance.
Same.
Wait. Me and Shana agree? I'm not tweet this right now.
Wait till later.
Well, Beanie, take your roof if the league.
I mean,
Yeah,
Brian is
but
there
catch back
too.
tomorrow.
Brian looks good too, but you know.
Try to go away from the Gunners. All right,
Yeah.
let's say this. Tottenham impressed me after we have them on the seat for the first 15 minutes. You know them say we're the best team in the first 20 minutes.
True, I agree.
That's all I love. That's all my love life. My best in the first 15 minutes. That's all my love life.
No, listen. You talk about it. Like I say, the first 20 minutes, bro. What about the other same thing? What about the other?
Yeah. Because even against Bayern, it was the same thing. You
Yeah,
guys
because
look good to start.
All right.
On a choke off for one of them. No, I talk about a goalkeeper. Even now, left to them, I talk about a goalkeeper then.
Moment of silence. Moment of silence. All right. Even my top three, I'm going with top three so far. My top three so far, even though I can't stand them, I believe them play the best football. Brighton play the best football for me. Brighton play the best football for me. And then I would say Tottenham. And unfortunately, may I tell you this, City ain't impressed me so far. Say to that be Brighton, Tottenham, and Liverpool. City I get the fourth spot for me. Because guess what? Maybe because a lot of the teams have adopted the same principle with them do before. Mentally, them lose the game before them play City. So a lot of the teams are not really playing City so far. All of the other teams them have actually been earning their points. We see Liverpool fight back, we see Tottenham fight back, and we see Brighton do the usual. It doesn't matter where Brighton go. Brighton play the same football. Them have the plan B. Them play plan A, and if it don't work, it just no work. Yeah, so all right, Beanie, since you want take shot, what you have to say about my keeper now? What about my keeper? What about my keeper?
I remember
hold on, before we make it up, let me say something. I like my keeper so far, right? Because it's a major upgrade.
No, my voice is shaking when I say that. Your man voice is shaking. Him so the class
My defense, me I get over a little cool. You know.
All of a sudden,
it's a fall right now. Fall just start last weekend. All right, let me say this. Based on the type of football where the coach I try to play, he is the most suitable, right? But what I have a problem with it is the Man United fan. Beanie, for me, we're enough baller, right? Growing up in Jamaica, my first baller was a baller from the part named Juggler, Ron Smith, right? And then when we go Woolmans, Bibi was my next baller. I may have a couple of the baller after that, Bingy Blair from Waterhouse, and a couple of the baller. We're talking about locals. Well, in terms of international football, R9 was my first favorite international baller. Right. But in this era where we live in, we have a lot of people with them just fanboy and them don't know how to let go the fanboy thing go, right? They don't want to let that De Gea was no longer good enough. Yes, he was a good shot stopper, but guess what? If you pass back a ball, give the man, he might kick it out for your throw, he might kick it next team. So the type of football, the modern football where the teams the coaches are training their teams to play, he does not fit the criteria. I forget Sabini that will go in the time they are freeze up. Anyway, we'll continue.
Yeah.
Him soon come back. So basically, Shana, give me Onana make a mistake, but guess what? People fail to remember, like, how much points they had for last season?
Yeah,
worse
man.
than that. Ball got 3
season
months.
before that.
And the season before that. Every season they cost the team at least 12 to 15 points.
I mean, the banter as a rival fan, Muse, the banter is
It's
it's fun, it's hilarious, whatever. But I don't think we should give up on players like 5 games into the season. You see, if after
No, it's too
10,
soon.
15, if after 10, 15, they're still taking the piss, then you
Yeah.
can form your opinions. But
we don't
after
wanna- we
5
don't wanna
games,
be-
nah.
We don't want to be prisoners of the moment. Being what me there said before you get did you sell our
boy.
are you thrown out? Whatever
As two rain drop me can't connect.
Can't connect. All right. What me
Did you
there
sell?
said,
Oh my.
we are talking about fans now let go with them favorite ballers. The fact of the matter is, football has moved, right? The game has developed to a stage where teams are no longer just depending on goalkeepers that are just shot stoppers. Teams want sweeper keeper and can play with them feet. Them basically want a midfielder them goal. And Onana is technically is a midfielder in defense. In his defense, before we make it talk, Beanie, if you refresh your memory, it's a reason why Arsenal did not press Man United where they once did, where they normally press. And Arteta said it in his presser, because of his technical abilities, it's a dangerous game pressing him, because if you press him too high, him can play that long ball, and that long ball can go bam, 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 and it will beat you. So for me, I'm good with him. He make a big error against Bayern Munich, and he might probably make more errors, but Give me him any day over there. The game gone to another level, and me are rolling on right now. I support my coach signing, but go on,
Well,
Beanie.
the
One
hair
thing,
gone, you know,
no,
Moose say have to roll with him until if him not cut
All right, but
if
guess
him not
what?
cut the slack, you get rid of him.
Hold on there. Since them game now no one play,
no,
them back two keep.
let me
You
say,
have
no.
two keep in the food to go when it makes sense, you know.
You know what about that
Two
part?
and Ramsdale, no make two of them to make one.
Hear me say. The truth
Okay,
is,
started.
me
But go on.
understand why every team will go with the ball playing goalkeeper because of a counter the press, right?
Yes.
And it's natural. And if you play with a goalkeeper or using feet most of the time, them are gonna lose the ball and they will make bad pass. Because again, their natural instinct is that they're not midfielders.
No.
So they gonna try some things, they must step on the ball and they must drop and they must do all of them something because again, they're a goalkeeper.
Right.
But with that said, remember when they sign the goalkeeper made I go back and forth and jab and I said to you, the most basic thing a goalie must do
Is seeing
stop
shots.
the ball.
Yes.
So
yes.
everything else is a bonus.
It's secondary. It's
I
secondary.
When we see my chuck like I don't have waterfront him there, I try to save to a ball. He look away. It's so much money.
All right, Beanie, I'm gonna cut you and give you forward. And this is what I've noticed with a lot of these goalkeepers, these modern goalkeepers, not necessarily all of them, but with mine in particular, because he is so strong on using him foot. So I'm simply saying when I make with him and him can't done properly. Everything on foot is like him reflex not coordinating right.
But to be fair, no Moose, you're supposed to use to that. The here is the king of shot stopping with him foot.
Oh, yeah, we know that, but they have some little box with my boat.
Some little box with
They have little box with him up where him just put up him on and him just reflex it up. But most part, speaking of which, you know what? I don't want this conversation to be about my team. My team already have got.
Nah, we don't want to hear about Manu.
We don't talk about Chelsea, you know. We don't talk about Chelsea. We don't talk about.
I want to talk about Arsenal and Tottenham yet.
Right now, we need to give me the blues, so we have to go talk about the blues. Hold on there.
Banta FC.
We need to talk about Chelsea now. We need to talk about Chelsea now.
Shauna, you know I have to give them a special introduction, right?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter how bad. Let me draw the mic closer. It does not matter how bad things are going with my team or any other team in the Premier League. Chelsea Football Club is always that team to say, hold my bear. Because no matter how bad, always I find a way. Them just want to be the talk of the weekend. It no matter what you do, them want to be the talk of the weekend. Let's get it right, right?
Moosey,
Let me start.
Moosey, me say it on Twitter a couple of days ago, sir. Every Chelsea fan that died before the war, lucky. Because anybody who, trust me, the Ukraine war killed Chelsea.
You know, we're not going to talk about it, Shana. You know, see the war is like going down. And the war is like going down. It come like a war going to Stamford Bridge to become, you know, a war going down there. I'm not going to say this, Shana. We're going to fast forward a little bit. In a preseason, you know, Pochettino, them fans, they excited. They must say, yes, the patch with him get Tottenham, man. He might go turn on the bridge and he might make some good signings. And you know, Chelsea fans, them. Any sign them make, you know, are the best thing sliced bread. Them hype up all of them. But you know me, me are the king of what? Bookmarks. So me have all of them saved and put in a plastic and ready for open for Christmas. Now guess what? Them Chelsea signing there. When you buy so many players, you cannot buy so many kids. You have to buy experience when you buy a whole heap of youth. Because who will lead the youth then? When things start going left, who will lead them? There's nobody out there. There's no leader out there.
Thiago Silva alone.
Lead Thiago Silva, the only centre back in the league. Thiago Silva is a good player, but he's not a player that should be playing regular minutes in the Premier League.
Exactly. He's what? 45? He's what, 45 now? Come on, man. Thiago Silva should be like a influence, you know, a good role model from the bench.
Like a player coach, like
that veteran presence.
Yes.
Haslam.
Yeah,
no matter exactly. Well
like
said,
no matter what you do, no matter who you pick for your match day squad, you have to have him in eye. Because guess what? Late in the game, if you try close out a game, you can come bring him on for him experience to help you close out a game. Right?
Yeah.
And You buy a whole heap of young defender, you have a whole heap of young players, but you not buy enough veterans, right? You have to have some players where you can come steady the ship. Chelsea lack leadership, but then again, them come with this
Sterling.
stuff where the owner I give these players some football
7-year contracts.
7
Yeah.
and 8 year
7 and
contracts.
8-year contracts.
Yeah, imagine, I mean, the average footballer, if I was a footballer in my prime and Chelsea came for me, I would love to go to Chelsea because
Of course.
if we don't perform right, guess what? They owe me a
7
lot of
years
money.
haven't been. 7 years
Mhm.
haven't.
7
Football
years.
6 years, right?
Some MLB level contract them there
Them
years. I
type
think
contract.
NBA have them 7.
So we go,
Come on,
so we
man.
go up on the football field now. Them start out where them a play a formation in a preseason. Them a play 4-2-3-1 in a preseason, right? The first day of the Premier League, them go to a back three. Tell me
Back
that not
three.
confusing.
Exactly. That's why a lot of them are
But
turning on
But I think
Pochettino right
but I
now.
think
Them
Pochettino,
turn on him.
I think
Because them a say
the problem
why him not stick
Go ahead,
with
Shannon.
what worked. But preseason I really
Yeah.
mean nothing is still in
Chelsea
about.
was impressive in a preseason.
Yeah,
They
they
were impressive
were.
in a preseason. Them look like them never go on something, but let me tell people all the time, preseason I really can't. Look what we do to Arsenal in the preseason. Look at us
Exactly.
now.
I'm just about to bring up in about your first man.
Shana, I'm beat it to the punch. But anyway,
Winston Casanova can host the program, you know. Where are they now?
Listen,
Yeah.
Pochettino should be one of the managers up for the sack already. Because guess what? You have one win since you get the job this season, and Luton can't beat nobody anyway.
Luton can
alone.
beat us soul.
And them a play one match a week. It's not like them a do anything.
Oh, Beenie, I'm glad that they're playing with the Fox because you can't even go around that. What is the reason? You have no excuse. You ain't in Europe. You're resting
You have
all
one
week.
match a week.
You have one match a week.
Exactly.
So one out on the training ground.
I mean, I go as far as them ball of them now go for international break neither. Because you know no bag a big ball over there. No.
Exactly. I'll be a picnic. I'll be a picnic. Good point.
Spread over there. Them not have no snapper.
The man have 2 weeks of Manning Cup camp.
Yo,
And come back
all
and play one match a week and still a lose.
You know the funny thing about it though? They're going now forward. Arsenal wanted Mudryk.
Why?
Mudryk never like him could have played for Denham Town, the Manning Cup in Mudryk just
Hey, Moosey. One thing me I tell you now, me feel like say, you know, like how Arteta try to save all these Chelsea bums, me feel like say Mudryk, maybe not this season,
We're
maybe
taking
not
Pan
next
alone, man.
season. We're gonna take him pan alone at some point. Me tell you this, me just have a
Really?
feeling. Because
Tell
that
him
man
say
was
a
working
soccer
hard on
replacement.
Instagram for us.
But you know the truth be told, I want somebody down there me feel sorry for. A Sterling. Cause Sterling
Right.
actually
No, me not feel sorry for Sterling.
He's having a
Me
good
not
season.
feel sorry for him.
sorry, me not mean much pity. It's the fact that him a play on a team where him is not used to being the main guy. And he's the main guy. And he has nobody to rely on to deliver.
Nobody.
There's nobody.
Nobody. I
Yo,
think Raza unfortunate, you know, because Raza the transfer just before them have to sell the team, you know.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
as him reach them will get rid of Roman, you know. So him really
And
likes
then-
Him unfortunate.
but
And
That's it,
and currently there are we not really follow up the rumors, but you know the old Jamaicans saying if you know go so it near, so there's rumors saying that Enzo is currently unhappy. I want match man win for the man sign for Chelsea, you know. How long be at Chelsea now?
Hey,
No,
and the funny and the sad thing, Enzo is a good baller. He's a good baller.
A big baller.
Hey.
But when you put that team, I
Yeah.
don't say
It can't be no big ball. I'm a loser. I'm not
I'm a good baller, man. Trust me. I would take
Alright.
Enzo right now.
you
Trust
take
me.
Enzo right now, right?
What
you
you
want
mean?
everybody except the Arsenal baller. I mean, that's your problem. You know.
Yeah,
You want
man,
everybody except the
all of them
Arsenal
wanna
baller.
get rid of.
Shana.
Where him gone now?
Him gone, I
can't hear me.
Oh, yeah, I
Alright.
hear no man.
Hear me. When I talk about Enzo a big baller, I don't know if I start the brother Salt because of the whole controversy behind him signing. What is going on with Caicedo?
Yeah, the man disappear from him up, you know.
Yo, the man farm
Wow.
just take a nose there. The man say a team's him a playing. Then I swear
Man, me not really want. Honestly, it's been like what 2 games. Me not really want to say nothing pan Caicedo
Shana,
yet.
no, Shana, the man look bad. Shana, him look
But
bad.
Banta must go
But
on.
again,
But
But
Banta
that
must
no,
go
guy,
on.
Banta must go on, but you can't go Enzo beat and now
Yeah,
put Caicedo beat. The team is terrible.
the team
yeah. They're
terrible.
no, they're terrible.
But Beanie, all right, never say this though. Even if the team terrible, if me and you play midfield, at least me and you would have knocked it out of chemistry. At least they have something.
Brother, at Premier League we are playing. You have played 8 dud outside, 8 dud on the field with you, you know.
Yeah, yeah, that's
And
true.
11 man run against you on the next side.
Oh.
You know?
All right, the goal of them,
Yeah.
all right, Aston Villa beat them weekend 1-0, right?
What a goal score.
The keeper, Sanchez dive over the ball. I don't care what nobody wants it.
I didn't see
No,
the
I
goal,
don't
to
care
be
about
honest
football,
with you.
man.
I did not see the goal.
All
Yo,
right, let me ask this Beanie. If you play forward, right, and you get a ball from an angle, and you go away from the goal, don't it hard enough to score at that point when you go wide?
brother, when I see the man push the ball to the right, you know, because me never watch Chelsea game in the show, so me I watch the highlights. And I see the man dribble, I say, oh, where am I going this?
Never
When I
see
see the
it.
man push the ball to the right, and
Yes.
then go back left, me say, then what Sanchez I do? A scrimmage I play?
So when the man kick the ball, Mr. Sanchez, first of all, if you are the goalkeeper and the man go away right, all you have to do,
Lock the near post and everybody,
near
brother.
post. But there's no way
Exactly.
if him beat a gunshot at near post, which it not supposed to score a near post. He might the only way would have scored, he would have get a wicked deflection, right?
Yeah.
And when
Brother?
Mr. Ball kick, Mr. the man dive over the ball, Mr. with the
Yo,
You know what? After the podcast, me definitely have to go watch it. Me never see
No,
it.
sorry,
it's terrible.
highlights,
It's
yo.
terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Yeah, but everybody know that Sanchez was a joke signing. Come on, man. Sanchez is not
I
a
know
number
Sanchez,
one.
but then again, I never expect Kepa for left, but Kepa not
Yes.
good neither. And
Yo,
yesterday,
all right.
yesterday last weekend.
All I want to know, Kepa genius. Kepa
Kepa-
smell the rat. Kepa
Yeah, man, him
connect
smell
them.
the rat, man. I mean,
Kepa
even
said,
though them are gonna
Madrid?
kill him, hey,
Right.
hey, them are gonna kill him over Madrid still, you know. But
Yo,
him
hold
smell
on,
the
yo.
rat.
Man, may I tell you this? You know why it's funny with the Kepa signing? How the fuck you go up on loan, right? And when you reach at the man them side, they go talk about you wish it permanent.
First day of training. First day of training.
The man
I'm
wants
really
to
wanna go-
permanently.
Wow.
man.
Oh,
Man,
God.
give him one cut, man.
All right.
Yeah, but
before
Chelsea,
we go in-
thank you
before-
for the
before we go in
entertainment,
the last
Chelsea. It's been
segment,
fun so far.
All right. Chelsea. Oh my God. Thanks to the banter. Before we go into the before we go into the main moment of the night, right? The shock of the weekend. Everton turn over Brentford. That was a big shock for me.
And the way them do it. It's,
Yeah.
it's not just the scoreline, you know.
They
Actually,
played football. They actually put on the ball and knock it. And unlike Sean Dyche type of football.
Yeah.
So
to be
shout
honest, you know,
out to Everton getting that win, right? Because we over ball talk, 4-4-3 ball talk, right them out. We have said them I get
Oh
relegated.
yeah, I
Yeah,
had
I'm
them
saying, my
relegated.
brethren,
I'm not gonna lie.
our Bridget, the man is a huge Ashley Young fan of all people, you know. The man
Ashley
call Ashley Young
Young.
everywhere. The man say he's a man say the man say the
That,
Different.
man say the
no
young
man, that,
man say the
no
young
man.
and
We
baller.
you need to check him out. You need to check him out. Ashley
Yeah,
Young.
man. The man say, the young are there United in a big baller, man. Ashley Young play for United. And never your baller.
Shit mouth. Yo, the man was looking at one point, yo. But he never shining anyone in the bird now.
I will never forget that. I will never forget that. Shit, no.
The man mouth.
Hey,
Actually,
listen.
he was a liar servant to Man United.
He was a very good player for United, to be honest.
Yeah, the guy, all right, when the man there play wing, you know. Remember the man busting the net one time.
What you mean?
Only give only the 8-2 and bust.
I hear two, the man cut inside. The man cut inside from the left side of my curl on the net.
Shana, not do that.
Shana play like Bill, man.
Wait, no,
Shana,
me there.
not do that.
No, they hear me? No,
Yeah,
hear
I
me?
hear you clearly.
How would the backside are
Yeah, I
going?
hear you.
When I
When I see
But my camera there, man.
look
I
like
don't
you come back
know.
now.
My back?
You see about ball.
Where you get the camera, Shana? What can I see to get your camera? Come on. Turn on the camera.
Am I back yet? Am I back? Am I
Never
camera
see
still up?
the camera.
It's still gone?
Who not
Costco.
see you?
Oh shit,
All right,
hold
there you
on
go
there.
now. All right, all right,
Alright.
ladies,
Costco camera.
ladies and gentlemen. This past weekend, there were some very good Premier League games. But one of the games that stood out, and we said that it would be the game of the weekend. We had the mighty Gunners and their noise. I'm gonna call those
Scums.
them Spuds, those Spurs
Spuds.
fans, the noisy neighbors. Tottenham and Arsenal squared off in the North London derby, and I must say it was
Enketia.
game of the weekend.
Enketia.
It definitely lived up to the hype. I'm gonna put the shameless plug in. When I first moved to the UK, I lived in Wood Green in Tottenham, and I remember a customer used to work at White Hart Lane. So they are secret, they are cheer for Tottenham. You know more for the Arsenal. So whatever this, without no further ado, I want Arteta in, Arteta out. Currently, Arteta in is Mr. Beanie, and Shana is Arteta out. So she's Bounty Killer, and she's ready to pump it up with Beanie.
Yo, yeah, yo.
Ask
Hey, yo, Zaga. Zaga.
Ever since the 443 ball talk came into existence, they've been asking this moment. They need for them say tweet alone now gonna do it. Them want the world to hear them and see them what them have to say about them team. But I'm gonna say this. So, the North London Derby was a very good game, very impressive game, and
It was.
United fans, don't take it personal. I wish our team can play at this level, at high intensity level, where back and forth. Now sit back, but the two teams went at it, and to be fair, I feel as though a point was a fair result for both teams. I must say Tottenham has really impressed me this season. Of course, Arsenal don't look the same as last season, but guess what? Most importantly, both teams are still undefeated. We have Shana and we have Beanie. Right now, we just gonna fall back and play referee on a good night.
By the way, Beanie, what did you think of the game, by the way? I just want to hear what you thought of the North London Derby this past weekend.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it was a balanced game. I think for the first, like Man United, the first 15 minutes, we look like we're gonna take them to the cleaners, right? And I think the game turned on its head when Gary Jesus get the 1v1 of the goal. If he knocked that to the left or the right of the goalkeeper, would go 2-0 up. It would have been the regular derby day for probably 3-1 or something like that. But the same goal score on the other end where we're going to talk about that, where Georgina stepped on the ball and Madison win the ball. And it was on. But to me, for a team like Tottenham with a new coach, with a whole lot of new players, to be honest, and a whole new system, them pass well for the park. Bissouma was the man of the match for me.
Yeah,
he stopped the entire midfield by himself. Him and Sarr stopped Odegaard. Odegaard was non-existent for the entire game. And that's why we never won the game.
Yeah, trust me. Big up to Tottenham. You guys played a good game. No bias. You guys were the better team. We started out very good. Like, we looked like, it was going to be one of those 2-0 games for Arsenal. But you see, after the missed chances, and then, it just became one of those Arsenal moments where we score and then we make a silly mistake at the Emirates. I don't know. There's just something about the Emirates Stadium these past 2-3 seasons where we just cannot keep a clean sheet. We just cannot keep a clean sheet. And these silly mistakes, we want to be title contenders, but we can't still be making these silly mistakes.
We are title contenders.
We are, but you don't see Man City making these silly mistakes. Come on.
To be honest, I agree. But let's go from the before you go. Let's go on the starting lineup. I think the starting lineup was an interesting starting lineup for me. I honestly think we made a mistake with the front three. Him should have put Gabby in the middle and try put Nelson or somebody else for the left wing. Eddie should not be starting the North London Derby. I understood what he was trying to do, but there's no way we could have started Eddie because none of the wingers were direct. We know Saka was always going to come inside, but we needed a winger like Nelson who was probably going to go passing wing back and pushing wing back into the game. Gabriel Jesus now did the same thing. He's coming inside to play centre forward, and that was a problem. That's why the right side was always a problem for us in the game.
And trust me, Bissouma brought our midfield to school. Just me. Shame did that kill me. Shame did that kill me. No, but nah,
But
lie still. I mean, I thought the first half was pretty, pretty fair. But then in the second half,
yeah,
when Rice went out, oh my God.
yeah.
Yeah.
That man is a man machine, you know. and just to plug before Moose go, the mere fact that Declan Rice now in the headline is a very good thing for us. It means that he's playing so well that nobody now make no noise or not say anything about it.
No, man, he's been one of our best players by far.
And once him come out of the midfield, they could have see the gaping hole in the center of the
Trust
park.
me, we were not
And the
winning
man start
anything. We were not
run.
winning any duels. We were not winning
Yeah.
any second balls. The 50-50s, come on. We were overrun.
But
After he
onto
went
your
out,
coach. Onto your
Yeah.
coach.
Before I let you guys talk about the coach, before we run off of the ear, I must say this. Just a few points that I observed in the game. And I've noticed in the Premier League so far, if I'm gonna bring up the game when Man United played Arsenal, if you notice in most of these top games so far, it's been slim margins, and it's all about who take advantage of their opportunities. And watching the first 10-15 minutes of that game, if you observe quite well, Tottenham started shaky because the Emirates crowd was loud, and Arsenal should have been 2 or 3-0 up in the first 15 minutes, right?
Yeah.
But in just like in any game, if you don't take your opportunities, your opponents,
Come back to bite you, right?
you leave the window, what they know say when I say I road now, you play with your food and you make somebody else eat it.
Yeah, because
Arsenal, they play with them food and Tottenham basically eat it. All right,
Yeah.
follow me. Arsenal had some opportunities in the first 10 minutes where them could have killed the game off. Arsenal have been conceding a lot of goals, but if Arsenal go 2-0 up in the derby at the Emirates, Tottenham
Kill
get
them.
blown away. Ain't no coming back, right?
About 4. Yeah.
The fact of the matter is, one of the turning points in the game, and I believe this is the only reason why Arsenal never hold on, because if you notice, every time when they score, them score back. But the problem was, we now use injuries as an excuse, but if Declan Rice would have played the full game, it would have been a different ball game. I'm gonna tell you this. It's the brother will come on, we don't now call him name because actually don't Chelsea him come from. Chelsea call them Salt. Him come on the field, him fresh. When you're fresh on a ball field,
take one touch.
You take one touch. Or play the game simple. When you try to get the game is a high intensity game. You don't have that much time on the guard. If you're up on the bench as a bench player, you're supposed to observe and see everything what happens on the field. You realize that Tottenham midfielder run hard. You're not supposed to try to take too much time on the ball. You lost on the ball and you cost your team. I'm going to agree with Arsenal Wenger defend him and say, oh, yeah, I'm a team player, mistakes happen. You're not supposed to make them type of schoolboy error in a game of
right after we scored.
You said Wenger or Arteta?
Arteta. They are defending him. They are defending him and say, "Oh,
yeah,
it happens." No, we're not try by that. But the problem in the game, the problem for me as a neutral watching the game, Odegaard was taking out the game, right?
He was non-existent.
But all right, but if you notice, them Bissouma and the other defensive Papisar, right? Them play, them team up, right? That means if Odegaard get taken out of the game, that has to be another Arsenal open player, right?
Free.
Should be
a free player.
Arsenal player them shy up in at the moment. And for me, as much as me rate him, Saka should have stepped up because him would be the next guy on the team. If one of Odegaard, it should have been him. We all, I'm gonna bring this. I'm gonna make on a thump it out to close out. I see some Arsenal fans were complaining. Why did he take off Jesus? The man just come off an injury.
The man just come off an injury.
I agree. I don't give a shit about Arteta, but I understand why he took him off because he's still,
Take him off.
You have to protect him for himself. You have to protect him for himself.
Because guess what? At the end of the day,
you need him.
In probably in our mind, there are things that the game would have already wrapped up. So him taking him off at that, he probably have that stuff that premeditated. But guess what? Anyway, the sub have to make. You can't run the man the straight. The one thing I must say where Arsenal lacking, even though I don't rate him, Arsenal missing that bite in the midfield. Because Tottenham, they are roughing up, only never have no answer feed. And that's where I walk away.
Been pray for Granit Xhaka come back. Me now
No,
prayer for
no,
Xhaka come back.
I disagree. Trust
Xhaka
me.
this
No,
with
no, no. I'm
badge.
not saying bring him back, but he's not. Yaka was
I mean,
done, but you need some form of steel
compared
in
to
him.
Kai Havertz, yeah, I would
Yes,
take him back
if that is the
any
case,
day. But trust
Yeah.
me,
agree.
Arsenal can do way better than Granit Xhaka. Trust me.
We lose the game because we never have a direct winger like Martinelli to
Yes.
occupy the game.
No,
Oh,
trust me. I
Martinelli.
tweeted it. I'm like, I miss Martinelli so
Saka
much.
is good. I love him, but Saka, you need wingers who take on players that are relentless running at your wing back,
Trust me,
which is what Vinny Jr.
Martinelli.
them do.
Oh my God, even
Martinelli would
Trossard.
have killed him
Trust
wing
me,
back.
even
Trossard would have
Trossard.
do it.
Yeah, but you know,
But
the
My
game
issue
is
with
the
the coach,
game. You know,
he might force Havertz on the team
I'm a
and he might
force
force Havertz on
in
the
the
fan
side.
base, and it
All
will
right.
go cost a big time. I think that's the biggest problem we have with the coach right
It
now.
seems like Arteta in and Arteta out is in agreement. So
No, we're not.
this is
That's
where
the coach change.
this is where I must step in and cause a divide. Why do you say Arteta in Beanie?
All right, we never mentioned the pre-screening conversation, but my genuine view is that over the last couple of years, post Wenger and even before Wenger left, going into Emery, we weren't relevant at all. Nobody now consider we as challenging for a trophy, or even as much as me disappointed with how we end the season last year. On my birthday, that is very very painful. Me now forget, I almost cry. Me now step on record and say
Cry, man,
you know,
cry.
tear shed. It was my birthday, so I was emotional.
Shed
Right?
a tear, Jano.
But Arteta make it relevant again. I'm going to give him some credit for that.
Okay.
In a genuine way, how the team is playing, where we come from. No, what we can agree with the other side of the divide is that if you deliver a trophy this season, you know, me and Shana print the man they come here, go England nice somewhere,
Hey,
do the
hey.
business. I will be there outside of the Emirates. I say, me I fly the plane over Emirates. I say,
Yes.
I go. But
Team have to go.
right now,
Me-
Shana, I can't drive it. I can't say it right now. Right now, Arteta in.
Arteta in.
Beanie,
All right,
even
Shana.
though
Why do you say Arteta out, Shana?
even though you know, me respect you for that. You know, you say, and you him not deliver this season, him got to go. You know, we're gonna fly the banner.
Yeah.
But Moosey, Beanie, this is Arteta's 4th full year. I could understand them kind of talking for somebody in them 2nd year. But I'm 4th year this now. And a back-to-back battle jobs me just witnessed from this coach. I agree that, you know, we're playing Arsenal way of football again, pretty football. But pretty football is not enough for me as a fan. Me, I want to win. And I think being one of the top teams in England, and I can't boast about having a European Cup, nothing. I mean, we have the long right now, Liverpool. We used to banter Liverpool about them 33-year trophy drought, them 33-year EPL drought. Right now, we have the longest drought. I mean, if you don't count Tottenham. Nobody cares about Tottenham anyways.
Nobody cares about that.
Yeah, nobody cares. So of the big 5, let's say the big 5 then.
Yeah.
We have the longest trophy drought. Me not talk only European drought, EPL drought. We have the longest trophy drought. Since we last won the FA Cup, Chelsea, United, City, Liverpool have all won a trophy. So we have the longest trophy drought right now. Yeah. So honestly, this guy, he needs to deliver now. He needs to deliver.
We take a picture of the community shield.
No. That's not sorry. It's a trophy, but it's not a trophy. You never see nobody
to be
flex.
honest, a 2 season heartbreak me go through, you know. So the first season when they win the FA Cup, me did alright. But you see the fourth place battle job or lose to Tottenham.
Honestly, Beanie, we see when I wasn't always Arteta out.
Jesus God.
I wasn't always Arteta out. You see when we won
what
that
change your mind?
Yeah, you see after we won that FA Cup, I'm
break
like,
your heart.
you know, back the manager. Let's see. But then I realized that, you know, he's stubborn. He's very stubborn with some of his selections. I mean,
But
I'm
all
like,
great coaches are showing them. I'm going to stop it right there. None of the great, even what this ten out, Egged serious about him thing, you know, no matter what Egged are doing, you know, at the same way Egged are
listen
going.
to me. You can't
all
say
of the
that
great coaches
all
for
you
one.
want. You can't say that all you want. Egged
Egged now
achieve what Arteta was trying to achieve in 4 years, in what, 3 years? In 1 year.
What Egged
I
do?
don't care.
Egged
He
do?
won a
With the
trophy and
Carling
he
Cup?
made top 4. He won a
Egged win the
trophy.
Carling Cup.
Yeah, man. It don't really matter. Trophy a trophy. We don't care. Hey, people talk dump on the Carling Cup, Carabao Cup. League Cup all you want. At
Celebrate
the
it.
end of the
We
day, it's still a
celebrate it.
trophy.
You're
Hey,
It's still a
shameless.
trophy.
and
We
guess
would
You
what?
have
celebrate
celebrate.
against Burnley. You must celebrate against
Yeah,
Burnley. So,
yeah,
If
it's
somebody
still a
else win next
trophy.
season, they go banter them.
Yeah,
But we
man, we
celebrate it.
laugh off
With
a
happy
Carabao
feet.
Cup, still, but at the end of the
With
day,
happy feet.
yeah.
if Man U never win it, them would have depend what a 5-6 year trophy drought right now, and them not
Yep.
have to say that. So them depend on a trophy drought right now. Arsenal is the one on a trophy drought. I mean,
Your
I
argument's
want
strong,
to
but
be Arteta in.
me still as my coach in because I've never felt so connected to my team in a while, Sean.
Yeah,
I
but
value that. I
yeah,
genuinely value that.
connected
Ask me,
is
because ask me, must say I think about me. Anyway, what me gonna say is, me get what Beanie has say, and me get what Shana say. In other words, Beanie is saying, since he's been an Arsenal fan, it's been a while since he's felt this much hope. Him feel as though
Mhm.
there's a possibility. Because guess what? Me gonna say this. Yo, it's the way
Before I go move, Arteta make me dream. Arteta make me dream again. Me not start Arteta make me dream again. When got it a fade out in the last part, you and I never make me dream. Emery no give me no dream, a nightmare. When
Wow.
never get no
when me
chance for making a dream. You never
but
get
I
the
saw
chance.
it go. Arteta make me start dream. Me win a FA Cup, I do a COVID. Me win
Arteta was
something.
given a pass. Arteta served up about 3 years of shit. Emery never
Wow.
get to
Fourth
serve
place.
up 3 years of shit.
All right.
But
So,
me never connected
you
to the
know?
team.
All
Me never
right.
connected to good
So,
evening.
Yeah, man, because
all
him
right.
still, remember,
So
Emery,
basically,
I use Wenger ball of them. A Wenger ball of them, Emery inherit,
And Arteta use Emery ball at them on the
Yeah,
FA
and
Cup.
a
So what you
Emery
say?
ball of them winning him last trophy. What him win
So
since
what?
then? Him
So
win,
what we win?
the same, the
Where am I
same
win for?
toxic
Where am I win
ball
for?
of them. Emery, listen to me. Emery make we see Martinelli and Saka. Yeah?
Me no business where
So
you want
have
to say. Them
some
never play
respect,
so
yeah?
good. They
Hey,
never play so good.
all right.
play good no mean nothing if you don't win
Never,
trophy, yeah? You know mean
never,
nothing.
never said this though. Both of you have a valid point, But guess what, Shana? You know, say if you're a farm fool, me gonna tell you say you're a farm fool. But me get what Beanie say. Beanie say, for right now, make we support the manager because guess what, the season young, and I like say we reach halfway in the season and realize say, you know what, the season basically
Done.
the season done already. And I like say at Chelsea, we can't say the season done. We can't say sack patch.
Chelsea
Yeah,
can't go for the US. Chelsea can't go for the US tour now. Them can't go for the USA
right
tour now.
now. Go China. Them can go
Chelsea
China.
done. Them can't start plan for them summer plans already. Cause for them season, there ain't no coming back
Done,
from
done,
that,
done.
right?
Agree.
So me get it. It's just like I feel as though Shana, me tell you already, last season, you see, because of my love banter, last season, yo, me never forget the Bournemouth game. Me say it pained me like me was a Bournemouth fan. Cause
Hey,
when we beat Bournemouth,
I've one
when
plane come off and see that,
right?
Yeah.
Listen, so when Nelson scored a winner, it said
Hey,
Bournemouth, I was
I'm not gonna lie. I was ready to give Arteta him props.
I was dreaming, Chan. I'm saying
Yeah,
a
man.
dream.
I at one point I was like, yeah, they might pull this off, and then
Yo,
they ended up proving me right.
when we do some things last season, we never
Aston Villa
start
game.
before.
Aston
We
Villa
start
game.
believe as a non-believer. As I hate that they start to believe, yo. Then we start saying to myself, say, please, elephant, jump off of a tree. We need to jump off.
And they did, right? But that's the thing, you
Shana,
guys.
stop saying they. Say we.
Nah, it's they.
Why can't you say that, Shana? Don't separate yourself from us.
French.
No, man, I'm an Arsenal. Music can't tell you. I'm an
Don't say
Arsenal
they
fan
jump
through
off
and
the
through.
tree.
I am just.
Yeah, I know.
I
I
am
don't
an
want to say
Arsenal
they fell off
fan.
the tree.
If I wasn't passionate,
Yeah.
I'm going to tell this, Beanie. I'm going to say this. And the reason why I'm a respect and rate Shana are because a lot of times us as fans, we tend to agree with the popular vote, right? Shana stay 10 toes deep on our truth. Even when the masses are going to say, yo, Shana, yo, meet up on the timeline. Meet up on the timeline when Shana never start watch football, you know. And Shana says she going to pick a team. And she end up saying she going to do her own research. And she pick Arsenal. So it's not like Arsenal jump on Arsenal, walk on when Arsenal they are win.
exactly.
So the fact that the team when the team they are lose.
Hold on. Shana, that's how you discover Arsenal, Shana? True research?
Hey, let me tell you something, Beanie. A lot of persons
send
who
me
use.
an addition. I'm send you a jersey because me rate that.
Hey, but you know, Beanie, you see, when I started supporting Arsenal, we were on what, an 8-9 year trophy drought. As soon as I supported them, we bought Ozil, and we broke that. So I
Yeah.
think I brought some luck to them because
I
that team did
see
have
the
Walla in
facts.
some rotted mediocrity.
Yeah,
Beanie,
I mean, you
back
think
then,
that a team would have built something on that, but up to this
right.
day, we haven't really.
Let's
But to be
go.
honest, if Wenger did get the same backing like Arteta with the spending, it would be a different.
Exactly. I agree with that, Beanie.
Yeah.
Never say this. Back in that time, right? Me and Shauna used to bant about basketball and NFL. And then because on my timeline, you know, me is a gimmicks man. If I never
Yeah.
gimmicks, I would have been. But the majority talk about European football. So
Yeah.
Shauna say, yo, the timeline full up of football. I have to go find a
Yeah, man,
side
I time for jump on
I
it, man.
can't
Me a
do
big
so much. She
sports
said,
fan.
no, she want own research. She said,
A
at the
Chelsea,
time,
we
we
never
didn't
choose,
have
innit?
no.
Wait, what?
Eh?
Chelsea. She almost drew
A
Chelsea.
Chelsea, it was Chelsea or Liverpool, and then you see
It's
because
a sweet tonight.
a lot of
Yeah, all
persons,
right. So it so happened that me end up glad say because me and I used to go back and forth with NFL and NBA. So me kind of glad say she pick a team, but when she pick Arsenal, me the respect it because guess what? She could have picked Man City like the other adult that would pick Man City, and she never
yeah,
got
but
around it.
yeah,
She could have jump on a walk on there. So guess what? So me understand her frustration. As a rival fan, I will banter every day. Me support her decision because guess what? She pick a team with in the gutter, and she basically follow them from the gutter and want to see them successful now.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
me I said to
that is
me,
it.
Sean, me get in, Sean, me get your frustration, but me agree with Beanie. Like me say, me are coming at the middle now and part the Red Sea.
Mm-hmm.
Shauna, have little patience this season. You see, if
No,
me can have patience, can have
Shana, me
patience.
unbeaten.
yeah.
We.
More
Say it
when
again. Say it.
you
We
done
are
more
unbeaten.
say something, right?
Don't say they.
Yeah, have a little patience, but this is not year 5 of Eric Tenag. This is not year
Okay.
Again.
5
Boy, again.
Right.
of Eged Sevenag. This is not year 5. This is
Hey,
year 5
Liverpool.
of Arteta. I'm honestly, me still not see the squad. The football nice, I know, I agree.
Yeah.
Right.
But me still not see that ruthlessness what me need to see from the squad. Me not see that seriousness. One
All right.
win.
Never
You
tell
know, me don't want to see, before you even go Moose, you know, me really want to see Shana. You see, when we start the season with Timber and all of them and the new signing them fit, me really want to see what would be the best season. Me genuinely want to see what me do with
I
everybody
agree.
because what me do with Zinchenko and Timber fit.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that, me didn't want to see it because me know me don't play Timber with Zinchenko because he's better.
Say Zinchenko, I like Zinchenko as a baller,
But
but
Zini can't
as
defend.
my starting.
Right.
Yes,
As my
let me tell you,
as
let me give you an unpopular opinion, Shana. Yes, if he moves Zinchenko in a average position, he's better off.
Well, we'll
So
never know because have you
he's
seen
a better midfielder than he is a.
play for
have you
Ukraine.
seen Zinchenko in that
Exactly.
position? We don't know. We don't know because we've mostly
He play for
seen him at
Ukraine. That's the position he play for Ukraine. That doesn't play for Ukraine.
left center
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't watch Ukraine, so I don't know.
So I'm saying play a left centre back. Even him could even play Kivio or a left back and play.
Remember say.
A midfield him play for Man City too.
him in the left back, you know. I'm
He's a
left
midfielder. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
a midfielder.
All right. Never say this. Never get you guys to close out. You know, I always do a little teaser. In terms of Beanie, what are your thoughts in terms of what do you think? How do you finish? Even though it's season's still young, we're 5 games in, you're still undefeated. I mean, you guys are not going to get that golden trophy this year again, but yeah.
We alone still have it.
What do you think your team is going to do this season? What do you think so far?
Me still a back Arsenal for the title, you know.
Win the title.
Because
Okay.
despite all things, we are get some injuries like everybody else, but we're
Yes.
still undefeated.
Right.
I don't like the performance because I still feel a little bit like we're stop-start.
Right.
The only good performance we have is not inside of the Premier League, it's actually in the Champions League.
In the Champions League, yeah.
Yeah, and that was the best showing of the team this season. So
All
we're still confident that we can try to win the
Shauna, what says you?
Oh yeah, let
By
me
the way,
correct.
before you
We're
go
actually
ahead,
6
Shauna,
games in, not 5 games
6
in.
games in. It's 6 games in,
Yeah,
right?
but as you
For the
realize, Moosey, Beanie, our injuries are now piling up.
right.
Yep.
I mean, I
Everybody, to be
wanted
honest.
more signings. I wanted more signings. I mean, they bought Rice and they just said, all right, you know what? That's it. But you know, we're, as Beanie said, we're undefeated. I mean, we have to take that as a positive, but the performances need to improve. I mean, I don't think a
Right.
lot of our ballers will be out for a while. I mean, some of them
Right.
are coming back, maybe in like a week or two, but the performances need to improve, especially at home. We
Yeah,
can't be
that's the
a
problem.
title challenging team and making rookie mistakes. If you realize a lot of that. But you know what? Even though I'm Arteta out, I have to, still big him up. He's being ruthless with the whole goalkeeper change,
Yeah, that was
because
impressive.
Ramsdale is utter shit. I will stand on it. I don't care what nobody says. He's shit.
Yeah, I
He's
mean the
utter
best
shit.
goalkeeper in the Premier League last season.
Yeah, man.
I can
No, man.
understand.
No, sir.
In
He's
the
utter
Premier League
shit.
team this season.
So, I'm not saying that Raya in, David Raya
Yeah.
in. If he's shit too, we send him back to where he's coming from.
I'm up
But
on a loaner contract. Yeah.
there's still a long way to go. We still need to improve a lot of things in
Yeah,
defense. Oh my
In the,
God.
in the, in the famous words of Moose, we're undefeated now. The points
Yeah, man.
matter,
I
right?
mean, I
nice.
rather I rather be undefeated than lose
Than
4,
losing to lose
like lose
two out
3
of
of
four
6.
and three
All
out
Like
of
right.
so
lose
that's
to
it.
Brighton and all of those teams. But yeah,
Beat Burnley in the Champions League.
Throw all of the shade
Beat
in the
Burnley,
mouth.
beat
Yes,
Burnley in
we
the
have,
Champions League final. Beat Bur-
ladies and gentlemen, viewers, subscribers that tune into 443 Ball Talk. Even though people always say, yo, them love when them hear Moose Ways because the Moose talk different when them dip on in program. I'm gonna say this, right? This is gonna shock the world. For you Gunners fans that think I hate on the Gunners, I don't hate on the Gunners, but as I write out, when I chat too much sometimes, I'm gonna want to lose, I'm gonna want banter. That's how I get my fun, right? If my
I
who
feel
love
the same way.
misery love company, but I'm gonna say this, right? I don't believe with the injuries that Arsenal currently have, if unless some of those players come back, I don't first see Arsenal really challenging for the title. But I'm gonna say this: I got something for you.
What?
Champions League.
I do believe Arsenal, because the teams that play in Champions League are not used to playing Arsenal week in, week out. Arsenal gonna go deep into Champions League.
All
I
right, that's
see
fair.
Arsenal challenge for the Champions League this season. And that might be the monkey that Arsenal need or
Trust
probably will
me.
trying to get off their back. I do
Trust
believe if you notice all the
trust
teams
me.
play in England, teams in England basically know how Arsenal play. Some of the teams them don't necessarily allow Arsenal to play them normal style. The teams in Europe, it's hard for them to adjust to it. Because me, it's in the group only in a with a joke, people are joke and say yes, only in a Europa League group. Probably the best thing could ever happen for Arsenal with the injuries we
I
are pile up
agree.
in the Premier League. Because guess what? When they may flow through that group and get for rest some of the players, and then some of your players may come back later on in the Premier League. But right now, I am a firm believer you guys odds should be up there. I feel as though you guys gonna cause a ruckus in the Champions League this year.
Good. That would be nice.
Because I don't give compliments to Arsenal too often. When you look at the Champions League, I feel as
Yeah.
though we're gonna cause some damage. But we not have the only for more time. If anything,
Let me say one more thing though. Because Sean, I just say we need to sign more players before we go, Moosey.
okay.
It's tough because of the registration restriction in the UK in terms of how much ballers you can sign.
FFP, financial
Financial
fair
fair play, right?
Yes.
So
We're
if
not
you
Chelsea.
remember,
Chelsea don't get past.
if you remember, when we lose Party last year, the midfield was collapsing. Party injured now, The only problem we have is because the man replacing him, I feel back tightness. But with have Thomas Party injured last year, with a panic by now.
Right.
Genuinely with a panic by now. So
Yeah, but
we
the
know
man
what we
will
can do, but
replace
it's tough.
Party. Him injured now. And who we have? The man will make the biggest joke of a error
Now,
this
you're
past
mad.
weekend.
Before Moose go, Moel Nene will be right. The Egyptian will be risen again. And it's dead.
In the injured too.
Now,
No,
man, the boys
him
are
back,
going to
man.
bench
He been injured like
ready
all
again.
last season. But
Back.
he's there. He's there.
Back again.
But
Okay,
that's the
well,
thing. That's the
Yeah,
thing I'm worried about,
you
Beanie.
might see him tomorrow.
We don't
Yeah.
have a lot
okay.
of depth
Who you guys playing tomorrow
in midfield.
Brentford.
Brentford?
Brentford.
That should be
Yeah,
a
Missy,
good game.
somebody
That would
said
be a good
on the
game.
timeline today, said Brentford in a good form. I'm like,
No, they
really?
No,
not.
bro.
Them just get Everton just cook them.
People,
No, they not.
facts are so
Yeah,
easy to get
like,
on people on the internet to chat
yeah,
shit.
but you know
Yeah.
what pissed me off too? I mean, Arsenal fans saying that we should throw. I mean, I was going back and forth with a lot of Arsenal fans today about that.
So
Why
what?
should we throw the League
No,
Cup?
you
I
don't
mean,
throw the
no,
game.
Oh, play the
no,
fringe
You
players tomorrow. Rest.
play the French players who need minutes
exactly. If
tomorrow.
Arteta is
Yeah.
who wanna say him is, him can get a result against a shit Brentford team. That's all I'm saying. Why
Supposed to.
should we
Yeah,
throw
get
the
the results.
competition? Nothing is
Nah, I
is
wouldn't recommend
yeah. Look at
because you
Uno.
can also you can also use that competition for when your senior players them come back for blend them in
Get them up.
get some minutes.
Exactly,
Injury.
but
Get
if
some
you
minutes
not
on them
check,
legs.
hey,
Put it
when I
away.
just
That's
check
just
my tweet,
nonsense.
go check my tweet them. People are saying for throw the
Oh, I will
competition.
check
I'm
it.
like,
You know,
the focus on the league.
after,
The
yeah,
focus on
by
the
the way,
league to do
after we
what?
leave, we're going over to
The league
discuss what we
is
discussed
still,
on here tonight.
yeah, the league
League
is
All
is
right,
we'll get
only
minutes tomorrow.
32 games
Enough,
away.
enough, enough
ladies
man, I
and
get minutes tomorrow.
gentlemen, boys and girls, we have
From the
come to
jersey in the Shana Plaza.
this part of the segment where we
Shana, drop it.
we
Shana, drop it. Add in on my DM. Come and even send us some kit because I can't believe I
Aye.
say fine Arsenal. It's been a
let's
true love.
up all of the I
Yeah,
just want to
man,
say shout out to the people that tune in every week. Thanks for the love and you guys keep us going. It might sound like a broken record, but from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. And
we
Shauna
appreciate
always, of
y'all.
course, I share the link them. And I just want to make a big shout out to our special guest tonight, Beanie. It was a joy for
Big
all
up
of us with the
Beanie.
brother. Pick up
Yeah,
yourself. You're welcome
finally,
over Ball Talk anytime. Finally,
anytime.
he's been asking, but we think same day, Joe.
No,
No,
my
I
problem
thought
is
you were
no.
joking.
We're talking about this, Shana, because
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nah, like, but this year, but Beanie said, we
Hey,
share.
Beanie, you know, long it take me forget that money back on the ear after that, United Arsenal game.
Anyway, Beanie, you camera guy, you come back. Anyway, like me say, but we are here. As long as we have the vocals, we're good, man. We just wanna say, once again, shout out to Beanie, the big Gunners fan, you know, real student of the game, you know very knowledgeable of the game. So Beanie, like me say, you're welcome over 443 Ball Talk anytime. Shawnee, you know the badness guy already. And I just want to say, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls, whoever you are, whatever you identify as out in this world that we're living in today, please go out, like, subscribe, and share. 443 Ball Talk. We're on all social media platforms. You know what I mean? And Beanie, you want to say something before we roll out? Are you Gucci? All right. Mad respect. Mad love. Yes. All right. Let me say, this probably gonna be up to me. I'm not being biased, but I feel as though this is probably our best recording because we get some good laughs this tonight. And
Oh yeah.
I hope everybody will burn off a nice little vibe. Nobody no over here talk down to nobody. We just respect everybody's views. And
Oh,
like me say,
definitely.
big up over 443 Ball Talk, 'cause you know we're not doing a small talk. And
No
guess what? On
small
that
talk.
note,
Arteta out when Shana about.